folks, welcome back to yet another AFC Darwen update over on the old Football Manager 2020. I've been doing this game save now for 2 weeks. The initial concept was to do this every single day during the week over on Twitch. Now, last week I couldn't really do that. I had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So I hope to be back next week to do some more Twitch coverage. So if you want to do that, there is a link down below in this video to make sure you check out the Twitch channel. It'll be early doors for me out in the USA, maybe 11:30 a.m. in the old UK, so you make sure you check that sucker out if you can do so. But anyway, unfortunately, this week has come to a bit of a grinding halt. We've got one game left, which we'll show you in a second, but AFC Darwen can only muster third place, and I believe it is only the top team is the only team that gets promoted from this division. So unfortunately, we're going to have to do it all again, folks. All again. But before all that, let's take a little look back at all the goals and all the drama that you had missed throughout the season. So welcome back, folks. So as you can see, Darwen scoring pretty much half the amount of goals they scored last time out, losing 9 games, drawing 6 and winning just 22. 22 points in this division is not too shabby, and our expected position at the start of the season was around about 16th in the spot, 14 to 1. So we've done okay. There's been some ins and outs and some drama as well in that regard. So let's take a little look at it. So, yeah, we've lost a whole host of players, including one Jimmy Love, signed for about £7,500. He's gone over to Saltash Bora. He was a decent player for us last season. Of course, he was the old mucker from Fergie Suter, but the partnership has been broken up. And we've lost a whole host of other players as well. So, I didn't bring in anybody. I was hoping to see if these guys could make it back-to-back promotions. But that's not the case. Now, I have actually put in a few bids for some players for next season already. So next season is going to be completely different. We're going to give it a proper haul. Of course, we didn't get promoted this season, so we definitely need to improve our team. It is a little bit of a threadbare squad at the moment, and a lot of players are sniffing around some of my guys. So it's going to be built, of course, still behind Fergie Suter is the main man, the man with the plan. And we've also got a very, very good young squad coming through the ranks. So look at them all near 5-star potential. So we've got some really good youngsters from all over the world as well. Turkey, the Holland, Wales even. So, but anyway, let's wrap up this season with the final game, which is up against, who was it? Against New Mills. Away from home. So let's get it on. So to wrap up the season, folks, we're going to take on New Mills, who are, where are they in the old table? They're actually second, so this is a good chance to see just what we're up against next season. They've still got potentially a say in the destiny. In fact, if they were to win against AFC Darwen, they would get promoted ahead of Skelmersdale. Of course, Skelmersdale will also take on Hanley. A draw for Skelmersdale would see them through. So we have a huge part to play in this, but unfortunately, not in the way we wanted to. So yeah, we're going to go with McPartland between Sticks, Holt, Jarrold, Banks and Eckersley. Sutter as defensive midfield. Knowles on the left. Steele's on the right, Edwards and Greenlaw, and Prince up top. Greenlaw has not been scoring the goals that he had done last season. Prince, though, has been very, very good in front of the back of the net. Suter has only actually found form in the last few games, only scoring about 4 or 5 goals this season, so much decrease in quality from him, but I'm hoping next season he'll be a little bit better than he is this year. So up against the opposition now, again, they've got it all to play for. Win for them today, and something going the other way, they'll get themselves promoted. Unfortunately for us, we won't be doing back-to-back promotions, but third place, as it stands, again, a draw for us will probably well, it might keep us into third place. We could go down as high as 4th. Was low as 4th, really. But so far, not much to get excited about. We are starting attacking. Here come New Mills. Hebson. He's got his pocket picked. Hull Church hustling him a little bit. And here he goes. Kelly now switches it in for inwards. Long range. No, broken up. And here comes Prince. He breaks away with it. He takes the shot. It is saved and pushed out. A packed out stadium here with maybe just one person in attendance. I don't know. There's a few over there. Edwards tries to keep it out. Loftus lobs it long. And it is gobbled up. They have a guy called Sunter. Does look like Suter. But no, this next season will be our year, folks, once again. But I'm actually spending, well, I won't say spending money, but definitely bringing in some experienced players who have really good seasons for the respective clubs. The fees might be 0, but we are starting to pay some wages, so it's going to slowly start to hit us financially. Hopefully we can do very, very well, maybe in the cup competitions this year. Here we go here, Eckersley. Edwards all the way back over the top now. Steele, can he get it across? No. Eckersley does get the cross in, and it is headed over the top by Greenlaw. We are on the better side here with the shots on the night. However, New Mills are dominating possession, and they nearly break the deadlock there. We're going to go into half-time. 0-0. New Mills second at the moment. We're down to 4th. So we need to get it in their faces, boys. Come on, lads. Skelmersdale doing all they can, really. Even with their, if New Mills were to get victorious, they will oust Skelmersdale here. Not seen anything of us, really. It's been a bit of a snore fest. Here we go, potentially Greenlaw all the way back, but it's broken up. New Mills on the. He must have been offside. Ecclesley cleans house a little bit there. Not much to get excited about. Corner, Suter's on it, and it's in the back of the net, boys. Conor Greenlaw has given us what a goal could be for third spot. I don't care. It is something to get excited about. Just 1 point shy of second place, New Mills. It just goes to show we're not far off the pace. But if I could bring some new faces in, then we might be able to get it second time around. Over the top though, gobbled up. Here comes New Mills with Wakefield, long range shot. McPartland didn't even budge. 10 shots on the day for AFC Darwen. Wakefield back to Kelly. Still think there's another goal in this. Oh, he's got his pocket pick. Suter doing the defensive duties. However, Wakefield catches the break on the other side. And it is still 1-0. Doesn't really matter though. Skelmersdale drawing. Skelmersdale are drawing. It's come back out to Edwards. He spreads it out to Banks. Can he get across? He does. It's Sam Knowles. He knows where the back of the net is. Just the one time this season. But that should do it, folks. What a goal. Banks with the cross. Decent effort here. Knowles has been very, very quiet. Headed on home. 2-0. We're third. New Mills are staying put. Skelmersdale are going up despite not beating Hanley today. So, yes. Success for us, I think. It's not a bad season. Could be better. But let's wrap this puppy up. So there you have it, folks. Sitting third in the table. That ain't too shabby, considering we were expected to be around about 16th, 15th, something like that. So we'll go again. Last season also saw Nelson getting promoted. They'll stick around for another season, finishing in 10th. Skelmersdale will go up. These boys are going down. Hanley, Winsford, Squaresgate, 1874, Northwich. Bit of heartache, yes. Unfortunately, someone has to do it. And let's have a look at the stats now for the boys. As you can see, the main goal scorer was Jack Prince, getting himself 18 goals, 32 years of age now. Valued a bit of money. And if he's got finishing of 3, but he's getting 15, 18 goals in all competitions for us. Pace is okay. He's on the downward slump. We can do better than this. I believe we can. So that's something to look forward to as well. Ryan Steele, 19 assists. He's a standout there. Again, a lot of single digits knocking about. His physicals were okay. But 6 goals, 7 all competitions, 19 assists. The man of the matches, or the best player for the season, also Jack Prince and Ryan Steele. Luke Jarrett as well. He's getting a bit of interest. Valued at £1,800. £1,800, £1,800. Yeah, not too shabby. Playing quite a lot of games, 44 in all competitions, 4 goals, 4 assists. For a defender, that ain't too shabby, pals. And of course, my main man Suter's not the best of seasons, to be honest with you. I don't think he suits this defensive midfield slot. So we're going to play him more towards the attacking end next season, and hopefully he'll do a little bit better than that as well. Still got a few years on his contract before we're going to have to think about selling him. He is the driving force behind the team. And yes, where does that compare, or where does that leave the boys in the overall rankings? Well, the top goal scorer, Jack Prince, is all the way down in joint 7th, quite a distance away from Harry Wakefield, New Mills' boys. And again, he's you know, should we try and make a cheeky bid for him? See what they say. We've got a bit of money. We have a bit of money. Suggest terms. They feel 350 quid is an acceptable fee. We'll put in the bid. We'll see if that comes through. Look at that. He's like completely head over heels, or head and shoulders apart from my main man, Jack Prince, who is retired. Well, not retiring, but he's getting on a little bit. Anyway, the board themselves are very, very happy. Of course, we ended the season with a C+, but this season we're up to an A-, if I can get up there. So they should be content with that. Everything seems to be on course. But what about the end of the season awards? Let's take a look at those. So the board have granted me permission to get my National B licence. Of course, we're not going to go anywhere, folks. We're not going to go anywhere. So the final league position was, or is, our highest ever, which is great. Mason, Has got himself into the best 11. Lindsay Mason comes to be proud of the golden generation for AFC Darwen with Jimmy Love, Sam Knowles, Fergus Suter and Conor Greenlaw all having progressed through the ranks. The right wing has accomplished 12 appearances for AFC Darwen on average 6.84. The rest of the gang, of course, from our promotion winning season. Jack Prince was the player of the season. Ryan Steele was the runner-up. Luke Jarrell third. Conor Greenlaw was the one and only the goal of the season. We'll have a look at it again. And Fergus Suter was the young player of the year, and this is the team of the season, of course. Fergus Suter actually in a more bog standard midfield slot. Here is that goal of the season. Conor Greenlaw from the substitutes bench. Holt with it on the left hand side, dilly-dallies it. This was up against Runcorn Town, whips the cross in, comes out, Greenlaw on the volley, bottom left hand corner, keeper had no chance, and that gave us the all-important win. Season review, we actually lost the second qualifying round against Dulwich Hamlet and also in the second qualifying round of the FA Vars. Next year is our year, folks. Average attendance of 102 fans, which is just 2%. We need a bit more people through the turnstiles if we're going to make ends meet next season after spending a bit of cash, I'm expected. The club vision and expectations meeting. Side players under the age of 23. I don't know if that's all going to happen. They just expect us to remain in this division, but I've got bigger fish to fry, folks. Bigger fish to fry. So we'll try and we'll actually do that, but better. We've got excellent dressing room atmosphere. The manager of support is also tip top. End of season meeting. That's whatever. And yes, that's pretty much it, because some bids have come in as well. Prince sets the record for the most player of the man of the match awards as well, so not too shabby. Steele as well. All in all, a pretty tip-top season despite not getting promoted. So well, not tomorrow, but Monday we hope to be back live on Twitch as we continue the making of the champion, AFC Darwen, out of the shadows, live on Twitch as we start the new season. There'll be new transfers and all that kind of good stuff. So make sure to check that sucker out. If you can't, just tune in next Sunday and you'll get another weekly update of what's going on with AFC Darwen. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.